Okay, I'm in the process of removing Onan micro quiet 4000. It's got to drop it out, see what the issue is. This is how it's done, slowly but surely. Up here you got, where is it? The exhaust pipe, 10mm new clamp. Here, loosen those, drop that out. On to the next step. Unplugged. I'm not quite sure what this is for. My electric, motherboard stuff, and then the solenoid, I believe, is gonna unhook, pull the wires out. I'll add some more as I do more. After unplugging this with the clip here, right down underneath of your solenoid is a T30 down in here. Take it out so you can access this solenoid for your, I believe these are 1/2 inch on both sides for your power. After you get the solenoid unhooked, which is this part here, and take your power cable that goes through right here, push everything out through this side like that. And now let's work on the gas line, which is down in here too, which is, I believe, where it went, which is, I believe, this one right here. It's in between your plastic here and your outside frame here. Okay, so this one in there that I was saying was gas, I guess isn't gas. I don't know exactly what it is, but now I'm working on, this is a major power. This is a T30. This is like your AC and probably other big power lines. I'm assuming the motherboard area right here. But I'm gonna unhook those. This here, I don't know if they unhook or if I'm gonna have to cut them, but I'll make follow up. But there's the gas line right here. It's gonna have to come off. You're gonna have to plug it. A lot of people drain stuff first and everything. I'm not bothering with that right now. I'm just trying to get it out. This is that line here, and I'm assuming that's something to do with power also, which is coming from this area, I think. That's the back side of it. But I'll continue with some more. All right, so this is where I'm at after those first couple of parts. I want to say though, like I did in the beginning when I should have, is be sure to, which I had already done, be sure to disconnect the coach battery, okay, before you start getting involved in this. I didn't disconnect the front, which I'm going to do actually right now. I'm going to unhook that one too before I do any more. What I did was, here was, I cut the coating back, pair of snips, and then I'm going to, I cut this back so whoever gets the generator has plenty of wire to use. I'm going to cut these back up in here, and I'm going to disconnect the front also. I don't know if it's necessary, but I'm going to. And this is the gas line. That's a regular hose clamp, but you're going to want something handy to plug this off, because it draws off your main tank, which is back there. But I'm going to disconnect this here, plug this off. Okay, so what I did here was I just tucked the line up in there. I cut these high power lines coming out of the generator, I'm assuming, into the RV. And this is a 1999 E450 Jayco, 70,000 miles on it. But anyways, back to what we're doing here is the slot head hose clamp here. This line's really hard and brittle, so I've been trying to pry it off with the screwdriver. It's not working very good, so I grabbed my razor knife, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little slit along here to pull it off. You will have gas, I'm assuming, that will come out of this and out of here, so be ready for that with like a bucket or something. And then I'll plug this off with something inside it and the hose clamp or that way. And then we're going to move on to there's ground cables up here. I can see I sprayed WD-40 on to loosen it up, and then we're going to have to undo bolts here around up in the corners, and there could be some other stuff. I'm not sure. These probably mount right to the generator, I'm assuming. But yep, that's it. Okay, what I did here was I took cutters and I cut this end off so it's clean. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bolt, put it in the end here. I'm going to screw it in a little bit and push. It's going to be hard to do with one hand probably, but that slid in pretty good. Now the gas line's plugged, and what I'm going to do is take the hose clamp, move it up here, and tighten it down. And then I'll be moving on to undoing this here, which is a ground cable, I believe, goes up in. Actually, that's the cable that we saw in the first couple of videos right here. It goes up and inside. Then we'll move on to the next step. And I also want to say, before you hook your power and stuff back up, you're going to want to cap these wires off, and probably waterproof them best you can with some electrical tape or something. Tuck them right back up in there, tuck them right back up in this maybe, and just tape it up with electrical tape. Okay, so I got the ground cable off the frame from here. That there. I noticed it was loose too, which could have something to do with why the starter was acting up in this. I'm not sure now. It's kind of past that point and I should have checked it, but now I think I'm moving on to taking out these right here, these bolts, corner here, taking out these here, this and this. The ground was held on with a 1/2 inch bolt, what I use right here, but now these are these ones are 9/16 here, and you're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm figuring 4 more on this side over here, so we'll go and see how that goes. But you're gonna want to brace your brace it underneath here with a jack, maybe a couple floor jacks to hold it, because I think this thing is around 200 pounds, not positive. A couple of floor jacks, and then lower it down slowly after you get it all unhooked. But I'm going to double check everything and we'll be back with how it's coming out. Well, this is where I'm at. 2, 4, 6, 8 bolts go in each one of these corners here. This is how I got it jacked up there, jacked there. Milk crate in case it falls forward. All the bolts are out. It started dropping a little bit, as you can see here. And now what I'm going to do is try and lower it and stabilize it a little bit as I go. We'll see how this goes. Should really be using a floor jack, but I'm doing it with bottle jacks, so hopefully nothing goes wrong. Okay, So this is where we're at. It's at the back now. It dropped down nice and easy with the bottle jacks. Just use the board to brace on both sides and just lower it easy both ways. Here is the connections. I'm gonna put baggies over these, seal them up. My electrical, I individually wrapped each wire and then did them together. And what I'm gonna end up doing is using some zip ties and just zip tying these wires up out of the way in here somewhere. And now I can either get another generator put in. I think I'm gonna go with something newer and smaller. Yeah, and that's how it went. Went all right. My jack crapped out. 6-ton Pro Lift pooped out, but it still got the job done. But any comments? I know a floor jack should have been used probably to do this, would have been safer, but any comments or suggestions for next time, or what I could do with this space? Storage or another generator, or maybe a solar powered bank area, who knows? Figure something out. But thanks for watching.